Hello, Internet, and welcome to Ship of the Week, a show where I take your suggestions and try to build them in under an hour. I'll take viewer ideas for ships, vehicles, or other machines, and when the timer starts, I have just 1 hour to design and build something that fits whatever specifications are set out for me. If I can't finish or the ship doesn't work as intended, it gets scuttled. Ships that do work will be published to the workshop for all to enjoy. Time to hop in and find out what we'll be doing this week in Ship of the Week. So this week we're going to be following the suggestion of Space Beaver, who wanted to see a drone Pez dispenser, which, I mean, that sounds wacky enough to give it a shot. So yeah, I guess for those not familiar, a Pez dispenser is a sort of toy candy provider machine. They generally have like characters' heads on the top, and if you want the candy out, you pull the head back and rip the candy from their neck, or where the neck would be. So it's fun for children. We're gonna try and do one of those that I guess shoots drones out. I'll try. I think I may have to design a specific drone too as part of this. But, yeah, let's dive in and give it a whirl. So, and I guess I should, before I get too far into this, I should add some info. So, this is first video of 2023 in the new year. I'm recording it on like the first day of the new year. I also have a new setup, so I kind of have been fiddling with it. Hopefully everything works, but I now have a second PC that's doing the recording legwork, so my game PC can hopefully put out better quality, higher quality video. I upped the video settings in Space Engineers, because my computer could always handle it, but not while also recording. So now it can, because it's not recording, something else is. I've got a capture card in the middle, and hopefully it doesn't all break halfway through the recording, because that'll be a pain. But yeah, with that out of the way, I guess on we go. Timer, begin. Okay. Now, I'm realizing as I start this, I've actually not thought through what I'm going to do here at all. I feel like to make this sort of useful, it should probably be something that has like a drone printer, as opposed to just a thing that holds drones. Because then you lower the thing down, print off a drone, raise it up, and out it shoots. And that's kind of the gist of it. So actually, because I always build in the boring gray, Pez dispensers are sort of white plastic generally, so we'll do white. Okay. So we'll do a base of batteries. Then maybe 2 welders here. This will sort of be the bottom. And that piston will be what actually raises the drone up. Okay. Whoa. Hello, assorted pirates. They heard there was candy. So, this is fairly basic, but this is the gist of a printer mechanism. Actually, real quick, let me convert to station so it doesn't drift away. So, I've got the piston here that will pull the projection up through these welders, or out of these welders, I guess you'd say. This hinge converts to small grids, and I can have a small grid projector to project the drone, and a small grid merge block to hold the drone. It will print, pop out the top, and then be able to be released and fly away. Or at least that's the idea. So, nope, you're not what I want. I'm going to go ahead and raise this up because this will tell us how high the neck has to be, essentially. Then I guess I will cover it in blocks. Yeah. Now the benefit is a Pez dispenser is traditionally just kind of a rectangle at the bottom, so it should be fairly easy to do. Okay, that's the top. I don't think I need to do this, but just for the sake of safety, I'm going to use half armor slopes on the inside. That way there is plenty of clearance for the stuff moving around in here. We probably want to go up to there. So, in modern Space Engineers, this isn't necessary, but if you wanted to use this in multiplayer on a server for some reason, or in another situation where you may have higher latency and whatnot, this should hopefully make this whole system work a bit more comfortably. So there's that. Guess. You go in there. I should probably have... I'll just stick a cargo container there. That would be, if you wanted to hook this up and actually use it, that would be where you do so, or you can just load the parts for a drone in there. So, this actually should be the mechanism done. Now what I need to do, and this may be the hard part, if it's a Pez dispenser, it's got to have a head. So, it is Space Engineers. I think I have to make a giant Space Engineers Pez dispenser, don't I? Which is going to be kind of tricky because, of course, the helmet is a sphere. I may just make a big ol' sphere and then cut it to size. So, I've got the basics. I should have maybe left some bits to fill these gaps. I basically just made this bottom side and then duplicated it a whole bunch. I'll leave that there. Thanks to mirror mode, it makes everything fairly easy. So, I think for the middle, I guess I just kind of do this a whole bunch. Oh yeah, actually, that's fairly easy to do. So, well, this should give us a nice sphere.
Critical.
Oh, crud. Gonna take another suggestion. I forget who from, actually. I want to relax on a nice couch. So this is going to be a temporary addition, but I can just throw down a seat. I don't have to run all the way back. Yeah, normally this will probably just be cut out because it doesn't matter. But I figured I'd give a shout out to whoever the heck they were that suggested it. I didn't write your name down, I'm sorry. Now the one downside with this though, I have full power. I am still slowly running out of oxygen, but that's much slower of a concern. Okay. That's pretty sphere-like. So, now I need the little light ears. Oh, and I don't want crib. I need to disable one of these planes of mirroring, because now I've got holes in the back of the head. That's not convenient. So it's not going to be perfect. I guess I could just... That sort of gets the point across, and I could put some little lights on there. So maybe they'd be better... I think they'd be better back one block from here. Because I can also then make them maybe ever so slightly bigger. Okay, yeah, that's looking something-y. Let's do... I'm tempted to use spotlights, but... maybe... The downside with spotlights is... they don't really mesh onto blocks like that well. I feel like at least with this little fella, it's not how the lights work. Though... I don't know, it may still get the point across. Maybe if I use... there you are. Use some plates just to kind of keep the flow. I still get the curve at the corner thanks to the spotlight. And then... nope, that's not a plate. I don't think they have the plate I want. I'd want one of these, but doing both, sort of basically like the back part of this. I guess I could just do that. And that works and gives them a bit more backing, which meshes a bit with the sign, the little plushie. Yeah, I think that works pretty well. Now, do I want to try and sink in the faceplate? I kind of do, but I think that'll be tricky. Let's go ahead, because my other option, of course, is just to paint the front to look like glass and hope that the color difference alone will sell the illusion. But let's go ahead. I want that plane of symmetry. I wonder if I just disconnect this and push it in a block. That may be enough for my purposes. I'm just gonna... it's not too critical what goes on in there, so... oh, and there's there's no plane sharing on this thing. Yeah, I may stick some batteries in here, but if I just do that, the downside is I can't really make it a lip. But maybe I don't need to. Let's go ahead and paint that. I don't want this back bit. That was my kit. That's professional. Kind of wish these didn't have the armor lines. That's the whole point of using the weldless armor, but I think that sells it. That actually works pretty well. Now, I probably should have done this before. Let's paint everything in the red. Then we'll get our... Or do I use... Maybe let's try the silver to give it a glassy shine. Except for silver makes it look silver, that's right. Retro Future gives things shine. That's something. And I can paint the little light ears a different color. And that should work. Now I think, and I don't know why... Oh, I see. Oh, hey, look at that. That oxygen I was talking about.
Health low.
Oh, that's fine.
Health critical.
There we go. So yeah, that's part of why I come in here. Anyway, I think... I'm not sure why it's not doing it on all four corners, but... Yeah, it was the color difference of the block inside that was giving us that. No? Oh no, now the edges are black. Well, that's confusing, but it looks alright now. And last but not least... do what I keep calling ears, but I mean, they aren't ears, I suppose. They do always sort of look like them. Now, yeah. Just color these bottom bits back. And then I think we have our bobble head, or Pez head. Yeah. I may... Just so that this has... There's battery. Frame stutters. Just gonna stick some battery, actually. Gonna put batteries down at the bottom. That might help our center of mass. It also might not. But there we go. Now the little headlights are working. Get rid of the unpainted one. I may go ahead and save this for the future. I'm sure I'll have a use for this at some point. Okay. Now, we have our Pez body. I guess what I need to do... The game's starting to struggle a little bit. Go back to our colors. I need to set this up so that the head can rotate back. I think I may do that down here. I'll have 3 hinges, mainly for looks, because I don't think I'll need them for the hinging. But if we do that, I may have to move where my batteries live. But do that. Let's rotate this. Nope. Rotate this up. So the plan is, when it's closed, the head will sit and cover this hole. Then when it's time to deploy the drone, the head will roll back. The Pez pusher will pop up and the drone can deploy. So I guess the simplest way to do this, bring that back in. I kind of want the front of this flush with this line. So I think I want to have my hinge connect back here. Now if I'm right, I should just be able to... Should just... Let's see if I can pick it up in a better spot. I want that face. On... it's not wanting to play ball. Okay. Well, what if I bring it back a bit. There we go. Except I think I want it back one further. I guess I only have the one stalk, so I should be able to now. Ooh, there's a bit of momentum here. And yeah. So we have a head on a stick. Looks pretty Pez to me. I'm just gonna... This isn't necessary, but I feel like it'll help it flow better if there's some little backing to that. Let me just put some plates on there. Hopefully that won't cause issues. No, it doesn't seem to. Okay. So, next step, I suppose, let's put a couple of timer blocks in. I may only need the one, actually. I'll put one here, and then if I need more, I've got them. So, what I want to do is have it when you push a button, it'll trigger this timer block, which will lean this hinge back and start the piston moving. And I should be able to just adjust the speeds of things so that the head is out of the way by the time the piston goes. So maybe let's do that real quick. Probably want it... Let's see where 45 puts us. So if we rotate the head back, it comes up. Is that then enough clearance for our piston? That's a welder. That's a piston. Now this is all a station, so it shouldn't well, it could explode. It shouldn't cause a bunch of clang and fly everywhere. Theoretically, it shouldn't explode because they're all subgrids, but I never hold to that as a rule. Oh. Now that is perfect. Couldn't have done better if I'd tried. Okay. No, I did just think of a problem here. So if I do just one timer block and adjust things with speeds, I can send up so that it all comes up just fine, but it's going to be a real trick to get it to go down at the right time as well. Yeah, so what I may do... I wonder... it'll be tricky to get sensors done in this. I could try and stick a sensor in somewhere that will detect when this bit passes it, and that tells the head to close or open. Heck, maybe let's try it. I've already got these. So, if I put this here, show sensor field range, and then show on HUD. I should be able to set this up. So that just kind of, yeah, sticks straight through. Let's maybe put this at... the 7 meters stick out? No. Yeah, so I've got this little line. As the head is coming, or as the printer part is coming down, it should pass through that as a subgrid. Detect subgrids.
Energy low.
So as that goes, it should detect that, and I can have this be the thing that rotates this hinge. Which means I can get rid of those. And this should always work. Like going up and coming down. I just have to make sure there's enough time for the, so the piston doesn't smack into the bottom of the head as it rotates up. But, let's go ahead and test this. So we should hear a beep as it goes in. Yep. Okay, and then the other way. Yes. So now, I guess, let's name this one Head Hinge, just so we know what it is. I'm just gonna plug it in and see what happens. Okay. Let's sit in the couch and get some power back while we watch this. So, reverse the piston. It comes down. It'll take a little bit, but in comes the head. Oh, that worked perfectly. Okay. And go back the other way. Up comes the head. Up comes the piston. That works well enough. I may actually move the sensor up a block. Because if I move it up a block, I will then have, well, it'll just be closer timed together. So let's... Actually, I'm gonna... Oh, nope, it deletes it anyway. I was gonna try and just pluck the sensor off the side. Alright, I'll get that set up. Okay. So, I've moved the little sensor. I've done a little bit of a Pez-themed detailing. I need to put a button on. Now, traditionally, you just get the candy by pulling the head back, but I don't think I have that power. I may put that here. Alright. So we've got our button to push for Pez. It moves our piston up and down. Which then moves our head up and down. Now, if I push it again, fly back again, up we go. And the drone slides out right as the head comes back. Ah, that is perfect. I didn't test this before just now. Okay. So, we have that real quick, just to, you know, do the full deal. I feel like I need a little drone to print, a little Pez drone. So, okay. It's not not particularly beautiful, but we have a PE2 drone. So yeah, it's kind of just basic. It's got an antenna, got a remote, got a gyro, got some guns, so maybe it's like a basic security drone. But yeah, we've got that. We've got the dispenser. I'm actually gonna change the text branding just to fit the joke. There we go. So, take that. I may as well just do that, the last bit of setup, I need to go ahead and blueprint that drone. Go in here. Actually, yes, I can access it from this terminal. Add a blueprint. There. We need to, nope. Bring that back. Need to position it so that the, it's backwards. That's fine, it should rotate correctly. Position it so that the merge blocks are in the right spot. Okay, there we go. There. And there. Then, keep projection. Show only buildable just for the heck of it. I don't know what. Never seen this before. Oh, it shows what's used by the blueprint. That's handy. So I have used mods in this, because I'm a jerk and own mods. They're on sale, right? Well, yes, they'll still be on sale when this video goes live, so you can go check those out. I think we're done. Let's stop the old clock with 3 minutes and 12 seconds left. I always push these things to the limit, but this should work as expected. The only thing I've yet to try is actually printing a drone, but I think we save that for the testing phase. Okay, so normally I do some stuff, make changes in between finishing the game or finishing the setup and getting to the testing phase. I don't have anything to do. It's still in the same spot, it's still a station, that part's fine. The little pre-built drone is still over here. So, guess without further ado, we test. Now one thing I should check. Yeah. Need to turn the welders on. Oh, and because this is a survival world, I have to put stuff in them. You may have noticed I moved the the cargo container from the front here, where I put the detailing, to the back, where I have this fake little trough. I guess I could have tried to set it up, it may have been more authentic, to set it up with, multiple drones on a sort of chain or something. I don't know how I'd do that. I guess I could just stack them, but have it set up so that you actually load this whole height with drones, because at the moment, if we, I'm in small build mode, yeah, at the moment it's empty because it doesn't need to have stuff in it. I suppose you could put cargo down it. This thing, I mean, I guess you could build it in survival if you wish. It'll be a real pain in the butt with all the subgrids, but you could probably do it. And if you did, this would probably be built like at a base as a drone launch machine, so you could fill that with whatever else you needed, or just have it piped off here into a main base somewhere else. And anyway, I need to load this full of whatever stuff I think I need. Actually, I've got a, sort of cheaty way to make sure I get all the parts for one of these drones. Not really cheaty, but, where are you? Do I have a grinding ship? I don't think I do. That's set up for this sort of thing. So we'll just do this. Okay. A very basic grinding ship. Ooh, way too much gyro power. Yeah, there we go. So, if I just kind of mosey up here. Hopefully I don't bounce the... Oh, it's going to bounce all over the place. This is not a quicker solution. See, this is the one downside. Yeah, this isn't going to work. The biggest downside with grinders, they really... Maybe that's what I should try and invest in, is a better grinding ship. But, as they are now, they really don't work very well for what I'm doing. They just knock little things all over the place. Okay. Whoops. I'll do this a slightly different way. Okay, so I've ground down 2 drones, mostly, and I threw some power cells in there, so it should all be set. Finally, I can hit this button, lower the piston down, and it should print off a drone down in there. I think I can actually sit in the little nook here. Oh. Okay, there is a drone. So now, I go ahead, press the button, fly back to see it. Up comes the head, and out pops a drone. Ah, perfect. It looks like it got fully welded, so that's good. No, except for the gyro and remote. That would be because the blueprint doesn't have one. Right. I must have messed that up slightly. Okay. So I did have them on originally. I think because I changed out what thrusters I was using, I think I accidentally disconnected them. So that's not intentional. We're going to ignore that and go again. So, and it goes to print. Can zip back and see it close again. Hopefully that drone's out of the way. Perfect. Get rid of you. Okay, it's done something. There's a drone in there. Press that again. Up comes the head. Up comes another drone. Hopefully this one is finished. It's at least got some of the parts. Okay. So, now we go ahead, remote access. Oh, it's going to be this one because it's merge block to the grid. I didn't set anything up, but I should be able to just turn off one of them. Yeah, and out goes the drone. Okay, it's not a very good drone, but it wasn't really meant to be a very good drone. It's meant to be quick, disposable, and full of sugar. This last thing to check is... Okay, blueprint is still there. I should be able to lower it down and print off another one. Yeah, I think we could mark this thing down as a success. So yeah. And it's definitely silly. I think it works well. I'm pleased with how the head came out. The body looks decently correct for what I recall a Pez dispenser to look like. And it shoots out little Pez drones. Now,
Energy low.
I'm not 100% sure how useful this will be, but I think it does the job. Yeah, we can chalk that one up as a success. And you can find it now on the workshop, or soon. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Feel free to check out any of the other stuff I've done, and until next week, bye bye.